Hello, Vibers. Today we are taking a look at which chakra or chakras are screaming for you to balance them out and what threw you out of whack in the first place. If you happen to be new here, my name is Shon and I am super happy that you are joining us today. As usual, we have 3 piles to choose from, and I have put together a crystal, a flower, and a quote that you can use for your selectors. Once you have decided which pile you want, you're going to scroll down to the description box of this video and find the timestamps there. But before we do that, because you know I'm going to give you like 10 seconds. I think I usually do like 10 seconds for you to like stare at the piles and decide which one you want. But before we do that, take a second right now to type in the comments which chakra or chakras you think are going to come up in your messages. And then after you've listened to your readings, reply to your own comment what actually came up as confirmation and also what was brand new information to you. Let's take a look at our 3 piles. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. All right, you guys, I'm going to be silent now so you can make your choices, and I will see you in your readings. Hey, group 1, welcome to your reading. So as I mentioned in the intro, in case you skipped the intro, today we are taking a look at which chakra or chakras are out of balance for you and what got you out of whack, what threw you off balance. The reason why I want to spend some time talking about that second piece of this is because we tend to have habits of behavior, right? Patterns of behavior, habits. And what this means is sometimes we will get ourselves feeling good and realigned and everything, and then we go right back into the same activities or behaviors that made us all janky in the first place. And then next thing you know, we need another rebalancing. We need another tune-up. So hopefully in our messages today, we're going to get some insight for you on how to start I actually want to say avoiding. That's usually not a word I tend to try to use, but yeah, how we can avoid the behaviors that make us feel like trash. Okay, so we have 3 decks here. This is the modern, what's it called? What is this called? Modern Witch Tarot. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. We will be using that to get our information on what threw us off balance. These are my chakra love cards, which I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to use those for. And then this is the Water Alchemy Oracle. Now, this deck we are going to be using to get some balance on activities that would be specifically good for you to get yourself back in alignment. Now, again, if you've missed the intro, you did not hear me say that I would love for you to type in the comments right now before we start your messages, which chakra or chakras you think are going to come up in this reading for you. And then after you've listened to the reading, reply to your own comment what actually came up as confirmation and then what was brand new information for you regarding your alignment at this time. If you are on this channel with me weekly, you know I engage with all of the comments that you write. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, and so I'm excited to learn more about you. All right, here we go. Pulling first for group 1. We're going to find out which chakra. Ooh, look at that. This one, do you see how that's scooted up like that? So, oh wait, the only illusion is separation. And it says chakra balance. Very interesting. Now, one of the things and it says unity under chakra balance, it says unity. One of the things I love about this deck is it also gives you some crystals that you can work with for your healing. We're going to come back to this in a second and pull a couple more cards. All right, chakra or chakras that this group could use. What I'm getting a sense of right now, though, with you guys is that y'all are pretty well balanced. If you were drawn to this pile, you might already have a really good set of habits to keep you in alignment. Here we have sacral chakra. Underneath it, it says fire agate. It says creation, the flames of destruction will ignite rebirth. Yeah, definitely. You guys are the ones that are really good at like following the flow of energy in your life. And, sometimes we'll get out of alignment because we hold on to things for so long. But I'm getting the sense that you guys tend to go with the flow of life in such a way. Let me say that better. This idea here about creation, as well as the flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. You guys have a really good sense of the beginning and ending of things, the cycle of things. And so you don't get tense as things around you shift and change, as life continues to ebb and flow. A lot of you might actually be very, very attuned to water and using water. Like you might drink a lot of water or spend a lot of time by the water. You might love the beach even if you can't get there very often. But I'm definitely getting a sense that because you live in this energy of easy come, easy go, that's part of what keeps you balanced. But we're not going to ignore the fact that sacral chakra did come up. Let's see what else comes up here. One more. I'm going to grab one more card. Group 3, information that Group 3 can really benefit from when it comes to, when it comes to their chakras. And again, chakra balance. Here it is again. And it says, embrace the balance between earth and spirit. And again, it's got some crystals here. So overall, first of all, I feel like I need to 100% congratulate you guys on really taking good care of your energetic selves. So you guys might be practitioners of yoga. You might just have a nice relaxed mindset. You may, I'm getting not vibration, meditation. Meditation is one of the modalities that you guys use a lot. And then also connectedness to your creativity. For some of you, it is that you are actively using your creativity. And for others of you, you've been giving a lot of thought to ways in which you want to use your creative energies and jotting them down. And this connection to your creativity is definitely helping to keep you in the sense of flow. You don't feel like life's not working because there is always something being created within you. There's always new ideas coming through, and there's always just, again, this sense of starting, letting something run its course, and then letting it end, whether it ends fully completed or not. I'm getting that you guys might be really great at the idea of process and not putting so much pressure on yourself all the time to make everything into a finished product. Part of creating is doing and trying. And there are some people who won't even let themselves do or try because they think everything they do needs to be perfect, needs to be, ready for prime time, needs to be created fully, needs to be marketable, sellable. But I'm getting that you guys are like, you might have if you're a visual artist, you might have a sketch pad that you spend some time with every single day. Or if you are a singer, you may be someone who, practices your singing even when you're not gigged out, or even when you're not in a singing group like a choir or a chorale or something like that. I need to get better about that. I used to be great at practicing singing when I was in Charlotte, but as you can probably hear from my voice, it actually almost sounds like I'm a smoker, which I'm not, but it's kind of rough because I do not sing like I used to. But yeah, whatever the thing is that you do, you are really good at doing it, even when there's no clear and specific reason to do it. And that keeps the flow of chi moving, or the Kundalini energy as well. It keeps you following the flow of chi in life and keeps the Kundalini energy in you traveling unencumbered. All right, let's see what else comes up. We're pulling from the Modern Witch Oracle now. Anything else that Group 1 should know about their balancing right now? Oh, thank you. All right, so we have King of Wands. That's more of that creation energy. And we got the Hierophant. Okay, so the first thing, of course, that is coming up is I'm getting for you guys that some of you have been really considering learning more skills, or learning a more advanced method for the skills that you already have. And that is probably called for next for you, for being able to keep yourself in alignment. Because you are so good, so strong, and so active in whatever your form of creativity is. Now, I did speak about like art as far as creativity goes, but there are other forms of creativity, like you may be someone who's really good at decorating your home, or that makes great meals, comes up with new recipes, does event planning maybe for yourself or your friends. Whatever your form of creativity is, I'm getting that because you're already so active in it, there is the possibility of getting to a place of stagnancy. So it would really do you good to be around others, not constantly be functioning on your own, only by yourself in this state of creativity, this living through creativity that you have, but bringing more people into it. I'm actually getting, when it comes to like the social, for some of you, you are introverted by nature or you're ambivert. And so the guidance here is to, again, connect with more people in your life, meeting new people, not just the people that you already know, because there is already somewhat of a sense of getting to the level that you can with that association. And it's not that we use people just to get somewhere, but our interactions with people inform our own personal development and growth, whether it's conscious or not. So in connecting with new people, you by default will expand and grow even more. And this is very important for your personality type, whether introvert or extrovert, but who you are as a creative being on the earth. Very important for you to keep that flow of energy going. It is the constant learning of new things I'm getting, particularly in association with your creativity and or your spiritual practices and or magic, that help you to stay in this state of balance that you have been able to maintain so far. Let's see if there's anything that comes up for you. Oh, wow. These kind of seem to want to come up together, so we're going to take them. So this is our Water Alchemy Oracle Reflection. Yeah, didn't I say at the top of this, I feel like you guys are meditators. And so this is just confirming for you that the meditative practice you have is a good practice and to keep it up for sure. And then we have the moon. I don't know what she is doing with this water. Do y'all see that? I mean, yo, they are in it. So the thing that definitely comes up, you know, in this little guy here is kind of like a peeping Tom, and he's smiling. He likes what he sees. Anyway, what I am getting for you guys, in addition to the guidance to continue your self-reflection, continue your creativity reflection, however creativity is defined for you through meditation. I'm also getting with this moon card here that a great guidance for you is just embracing even more your intuition. Okay, I'm getting that a lot of you guys are already clearly connected to your intuitive self, but what I'm getting here is like to get so wrapped up in it without fear and without shame. So some of you might struggle with the idea of whether or not it is okay for you to be that focused on yourself and that focus on your creativity, that focus on the ideas that intuitively come up for you. But yeah, there's like there's like a symbiosis here, or a meshing, a melding, a wholeness, definitely a connectedness that is being indicated with this card. And I'm also getting to tell you, of course, to tie some of your creative endeavors to moon cycles and moon magic. If you've been curious about moon magic in the past, this is definitely a confirmation for you to find ways to use the phases of the moon in your life, and that will naturally, like, let me say that better. You aligning the actions that you take with the phases of the moon, and that will naturally be moon magic for you without you having to necessarily learn about or look up moon rituals or moon spells. Just aligning with the energy of what's going on in the universe during the time of different moon phases is going to, again, help keep you in alignment. All right, group one, this is what I have for you today. Don't forget to go down to your comment and type in reply to it. You know, what came up in this message that you saw coming the whole time, or what was brand new news for you. And then, of course, please give the video a like if you happened to like this message, because it does absolutely help me continue to grow this channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, group two, and welcome to your reading. As I mentioned in the intro, in case some of you guys skipped that and came straight to your reading, today we are taking a look at which chakra or chakras are screaming for you to balance them out, and what got you to this point of just, ratchetness energetically. The reason the reason why I want to take a look at that second piece is because as humans, we do live, we're creatures of habit, most of us, right? We have patterns of behavior, and we might be really good at, practicing certain modalities at certain times to help us align or to ground ourselves, but then we jump right back into the same behaviors or activities that got us feeling all weird and wonky in the first place. So I'm hoping that with today's readings, we can get some insight for you about what those activities are or what those habits are that get you out of alignment. And then you can be mindful of not repeating those patterns so you can continue to keep yourself aligned. The decks that we have before us are 3. As you can see, this one is the Modern Witch Tarot, this one is the Chakra Love Cards, and this one is the Water Alchemy Oracle. I will have links to all of them in the description box of this video, should you choose to get them for yourself. Now, one of the things that I also mentioned in the intro is I would love for you to type into the comments right now, if you haven't already done so, which chakra or chakras you think are going to come up in your reading. And then after we've done the reading, I want you to reply to that comment what you heard in the messages today that was spot on confirmation for what you already suspected, or what was brand new to you and you're like, oh, shooky. Wait, no, it's sooky, not shooky. Oh, sooky. I didn't even know that was going on. All right, don't you like how I just stepped into the color purple for a second there? I haven't even seen the new version, but I just turned into a 1940s black woman. Here we go. Taking a look at Group 2's chakra alignment. What chakra or chakras are calling for oh, look at that. That one must have come up. Balancing for these guys right now. Okay, so we have creativity. There may be another pile in here for you guys. There may not be, but there may be. I'm just saying. We have creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. And we also have the throat chakra here. So throat chakra is the chakra that has come up, and your key word here has to do with your use of creativity. Let's see if anything else comes up. Other chakras that come up for Group 2 to pay some attention to right now. Oh, thank you. I see you. Oh, I see both of y'all. Okay, so we have solar plexus chakra. Fearlessness, turn your worrier into a warrior. Ooh, these two together are giving me chills. Group 2, did you guys just go through some kind of a major trauma or a dramatic change in your life? Something that's made you feel weak or small? And then again, we have throat chakra. Look at that. Expression, express your truth, express your true self. The world needs you. Okay, whether it is recent or it is a long-standing drama or trauma that you experience, I am definitely getting that not clearly communicating about this situation is what got you out of balance. And particularly here, we have a lot of indication that throat chakra is what needs some balancing. You are holding back what you really think and feel. And it's not just from a place of trying to keep the peace with others, though I am getting that is a piece of it. But there is also some grave fear going on. So much so that you don't even talk about it openly with yourself. In journaling, or just muttering to yourself as you go throughout your day. For some of you, I'm getting strong denial, just not even looking at the thing or dealing with the thing at all. And I'm getting that not only is it going to be rebalancing and aligning for you to talk about it, literally talk about it, use that throat, use that mouth, but also that there is creativity, there is a project or projects that will come out of you looking honestly at this circumstance or situation that you endured. Again, it could be something recent, or it could be something old, but it's something that made you feel small, very, very small. And I'm getting that you are going to grow up from attending to this thing. It is going to balance you out. It is going to provide you with creative material that others will resonate with. For some of you, it is going to turn you into a leader of others who know you, some who don't know you. If my friend Anisha is listening to this, that part was specifically for you, Anisha. I mean, other people might resonate with it as well. Oh shit, I said resonate. Anyway, other people might get something from that as well. But Anisha, that message is definitely for you with your Facebook Lives that you do, and how much what you give through that energy is helping to empower others. But for the majority of you that did pick this pile, there is something there around leadership of the people around you. It's just that for, I got specifically for her, and again, possibly for some of you as well, leadership of those who don't even know you, like that you have a parasocial relationship with. Again, if you're somebody who has a YouTube channel, this definitely would apply to you. But there's something, my eyes just fell on this card. I know this isn't supposed to be part of our reading today, but my eyes just fell on this card. This is the goddess Atet, and her key word is worthiness. And I love that energy because so many of us operate out of a sense of unworthiness. So yeah, group 2, I am getting for you that there is much gold, GOLD, in this story, in this history of yours. It will be gold, not just for yourself, but for others. So you have got to let it come out. This will, like I said, provide you with some creative projects, some things to do, practically speaking, but it will also help to realign you and help you to feel at home in your own life. And again, grow you up from the feeling of being small or childlike, dare I say childish, because of this experience. Okay, we're going to pull now from the Modern Witch Tarot and see what other information comes up for you. Anything else for group 2? Thank you. Oh, we got 2, just like with the other deck. Oh, sorry, the other group. Oof. Yeah. Oh God, my stomach. Oh gosh, you guys, my stomach just did some stuff. Okay, so we have the High Priestess in reverse. Whew. Please give me a second. We got the High Priestess in reverse, and we got the Emperor. For some of you, I am getting very strongly that there was a more than strict, more than controlling presence in your life. Some of you may still be in this, but that person, I am getting that for the majority of you, this was a person that is male or male identifying, though for some of you it may actually just be it may be someone that's female or female identifying, but they just have an overabundance of force or control energy that they operate in. I'm getting to tell you that they operate in that from a place of fear, and that fear of theirs made them constantly need to micromanage situations, including and especially situations having to do with you. That the freedom that you should have had just as a human on the planet was taken from you in many ways, to the extent of possibly freedom of thought or your own opinion, freedom of your own preferences and desires. And these are the things that help make our creativity, help make us what we are. And definitely getting because of the level of and nature of that controlled relationship and the controlling energy of that person, getting out of touch with the self, you getting out of touch with the self, in terms of being able to trust your own insights, trust what you know, trust what you are sensing and feeling. Some of these things may be sensed or felt within your body, not just in the intuition or in the mind. And that you're definitely encouraged to no longer have interactions with that person. Also, to be careful of projecting that person's energy on other people that you come across in your life or have to deal with in your life. So there may be a tendency to, particularly like say you work for other people, seeing your boss as someone who is, and you know what, I don't even like that word. I don't even know why that word came out of my mouth. Actually, I do. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I typically like to use the word supervisor or manager. I don't like the word boss because you ain't the boss of me. I don't care if I work for you. Nobody's the boss of me. And I'm getting for you guys, there might be you might struggle with authority figures. Some of you might buck the authority figures and rebel against what they say or want or do, but I'm getting for the majority of you, it's more along the lines of wilting, caving, not even presenting a different viewpoint than what the authority figure may be asking for or advocating, even though what you have to say would be super valuable to not just the work environment, not just your experience of that work environment, but also to that leader, that supervisor, that manager. But it is the memory of what you experienced in that toxic relationship from your past, and again, some of you might still be in it, that keeps you from trusting that what you have to say has value and also would be well received, whether it has value or not. Because we don't always have to have, like, what we say doesn't always have to land or always have to matter or be taken into let me say it better, or be put into practice by others, right? But what I'm getting for you guys is, but we have the right to say it no matter how it's received, you know, unless we're being like assholes about it, which I don't feel like the majority of people who listen to my videos are. But maybe sometimes you are. Like 1 week out of every month, I'm a complete asshole. And I think y'all know which month that is. But anyway, so just the feeling empowered to speak was taken from you. And keeping yourself out of interactions with that person anymore is what's going to help you not get to that place of unbalance. Again, is that the word? Unbalanced? And as you deal with others in the world, they could be your supervisor or manager at work. It could be somebody who is in a position of authority at a grocery store or at a fast food restaurant, just anywhere out and about, or someone who just happens to carry themselves with an air of regality or, again, authority or strength that might trigger you in some way. Learning to function differently with those people who are not this original relationship is going to help you and also help the others around you. And then also being able to discern when whomever you're dealing with is like that person was, and getting yourself out of that situation as quickly as possible, or discern that they are not like that person is, but you are in the moment of having trauma-driven thinking and are triggered to that history. And it's affecting how you see that situation. Okay, so let's pull now from the Water Alchemy Oracle. I feel compelled to say to you, I love you, group 2. Something just told me to say to you, I love you. Please hear it and know it. It is true. All right, Water Alchemy Oracle. Yes, and I got caught up in the emotions of this whole thing. I forgot to say to you that what we're looking at here is guidances for you for balancing out the chakras that we talked about. We got throat chakra that came up twice. I've given you some practical application for that, as simple as speak up, you know. And then we also have solar plexus chakra, which has to do with your feeling of having power or being powerful at all, or lack thereof. Let's grab one more card from this deck for you guys. Okay, so we have River. Ooh. Yes. Do y'all see this? Hold on. So we have this beautiful angel, which is clearly, I feel, a representation of light. Yes, this is the water alchemy oracle, and the main energy of this deck is, in my feeling, water as healer. But we have this being in the air, this being of light, of this angel, and behind her and underneath her is this shadowy figure. Y'all see that? Okay, and then we also got foam. Yes. Okay, so these, I feel, clearly go together for you guys. All right. So, wow. All right. What I am getting for you, for sure, is having more awareness of how this past situation is affecting you. I'm getting that some of you, again, and I think I might have said this already, so if I'm repeating myself, please forgive me. You haven't been looking at it. Yes, I did say it. You haven't been looking at it with honesty. You need to look at it and like get in there and dig through your consciousness around it, and to the extent that you can, do some subconscious healing around this, because it is at play. It is affecting how you are going through life. And as you shed light on that darkness which is underneath, as you bring it into the life, into the awareness, into your awareness, your life is going to flow with more ease, for sure. And you are going to break through with so much like self-empowerment, love, joy. You will be overflowing with all the good that is you and all the good that's inside of you. And you won't be able to be held back, because you'll no longer be holding yourself back. And then when it comes down to, staying balanced, having this awareness is really going to help you to know, hey, I'm starting to feel a little, lopsided right now. Let me look at this. She actually also looks like she's stretching. So for some of you guys, it might actually be called for that doing a sort of physical exercise that includes stretching and flexibility is called for you. I'm getting power yoga. There are many kinds of yoga. I'm getting for you guys more power yoga than yin yoga. Power yoga has cardio as part of it, as well as upper body strength and holding poses that utilize that upper body a lot. But there's a lot of vinyasa flow, a lot of movement, so that building of the cardio and the upper body strength helps you to move through life from a place of empowerment, even more so than you would have without doing those practices. So I'm definitely getting for you guys some stretching exercises that call on power, or that give you power, give you strength and endurance. Not just things that, relax you. You may have had a tendency to lean on physical activity that's relaxing, but definitely power yoga and even some aerobics for some of you guys would be very helpful here. The more you move that energy around. Oh, I'm getting also to tell you, if you like YouTube videos for working out, anything that's calisthenic in nature, because part of what happens in those workouts is counting down or counting the number of repetitions that you do. And so that counting is going to activate that throat chakra at the same time as you are empowering the full body. This is going to help with your sense of connectedness and alignment. Okay. Yeah, this is what I have for you today, group 2. Again, I want to remind you, go back down to your comment and reply to it, letting me know what came up in this reading that was something that you had suspected was going to come up, and what came up that was like new and enlightening for you. Now, listen, if you have a feeling of strong resistance to some of what came up here, that would also be what is enlightening for you, because again, as came up many times in this reading, there's been an unwillingness to look at a situation honestly. For some of you, it may be that you haven't been willing to even classify it as having been traumatic or abusive. So yeah, let me know in the comments. So first of all, I can again know more about you, but then also just send you some really, really good vibes, because I sure do love you guys. I keep feeling compelled to tell you guys that, group 2, I love you. Please accept that in the manner in which it is meant, and don't turn into my personal stalker. Okay. Guys, if you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because it does let YouTube know how to tell other people how to find us and what we're doing over here on the shon.vibes YouTube channel. I'm going to give you guys another reading pretty soon, but in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and know that I am always rooting for you. Bye. Hello, group 3. Why, Sean? Anyway, hey, group 3. Today we are taking a look at which chakra or chakras of yours are screaming to be rebalanced, and what it is that got you to this place. Now, the reason why I want to spend a little bit of time talking about that second half is because sometimes we will get some information that helps us put ourselves back into alignment, rebalance, ground, whatever the healing modality is. And then we go right back into the same activities, circumstances, relationships that got us out of alignment in the first place. And for some of us, this is a chronic pattern of making ourselves feel better and then doing the thing that makes us feel bad, making ourselves feel better and then doing the thing that makes us feel like trash. So that is why I am hoping today to help give you some insight around some of your patterns so that you can stop making that choice. You know what they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different results. So, as you can see, we have 3 decks in front of us here: the Modern Witch Tarot, the Chakra Love cards, and the Water Alchemy Oracle. I will put links to each of these in the description box of this video in case you would like to get any or all of them for yourself. Now, before I begin to pull your cards, I would like to remind you to type in the comments right now, if you haven't already done so, that is, which chakras you think are going to come up as needing attention as we do your reading today. And then after we finish with that reading, I want you to come back and reply to that comment what actually came up as confirmation, or what was, news to you. And you're like, what? I didn't even know. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm like punch drunk by the time I get to you guys, because I am a fool. Let's find out for group 3. I'm feeling really good though, which is saying to me that a lot of you guys are probably feeling, for the most part, pretty good. Some of you got some really good news this week. Congratulations on that. Very happy for you. Yay. All right, group 3, what chakra or chakras are calling for your alignment right now? We're just going to go ahead and get all 3 of them at the same time, all 3 cards at the same time, which is not what I did with the others. Okay, look at that. So we got this one first, which is a root chakra, and it says foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. And then after that, we got the heart chakra. Compassion. Resolve your conflicts with compassion. And then again, we got root chakra. Very interesting. And this one says strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. So, right when I just looked at these 2, I got a sense to tell you that it is through feeling grounded and well-rooted, having that root chakra be balanced, that you would be able to have compassion for others in your interaction with them, particularly if there happens to be, and I didn't even know this was coming up, if there happens to be any conflict in the dynamic between you and someone else, or between you in a specific situation. It is making sure you feel a sense of groundedness, a sense of my needs are met. I am okay. I am safe. Literally, physical safety is what our root chakra is about. And that physical safety can be about our health in general. It can be about our safety in situations. It can be about having shelter and adequate food. things like that. So having that sense of our basic needs, our basic physical needs being provided for or being taken care of makes it easier for us to deal with others with compassion. Because when we feel threatened, which is what happens when our root chakra is out of balance. When we feel threatened, we see others as threats, and it becomes easier to get into conflicts. These conflicts can be big fights with people who are important in our lives, or they can be small skirmishes as we are in the crosswalk going from one side of the street to another and dealing with a stranger who brushed up against us by mistake or something like that, right? We don't have a sense of compassion for others when we aren't having a sense of compassion for ourselves. And that sense of compassion for ourselves can oftentimes still be, yes, there is heart chakra energy that needs to be tended to, of course, but also that root chakra being out of whack or our basic needs not being provided for keeps us in a state of survival mode. And that survival mode, again, makes it almost impossible to deal with others with compassion. So your root chakra is definitely being asked asking you for some attention. For some of you, I'm getting that there. Well, let me pull the cards, but before having even pulled them, for some of you, I'm getting there has been an increase of unusual activity in your life, and that has kept you from taking care of your basic needs, like good sleep, like adequate hydration, like healthy foods. And so that is making you out of whack in that root chakra area, just making you feel, again, unsafe. When you're not taking care of yourself, you feel unsafe, and that feeling of unsafety can also affect how we are interpreting those around us. Okay, so we have the Devil, we have the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So someone has been taking your focus. I'm getting that it's not just whatever you've been having to deal with didn't come out of the blue. It is not one of those things that's the result of anything that you did, but someone else's action, someone that you were tied to and close with. Maybe not close isn't the right word. If this is a familiar relationship, it was that you were close to them. If this is a work relationship, you were tied to them through the work that you do. But either way, someone that you were tied to, they recently made a series of choices, not just one choice, but a series of choices, which very strongly negatively affected your place, your position. I'm getting that some of you guys actually lost your home because of this. Because of this person. I'm getting broken promise energy for sure. And I'm getting this sense of feeling tricked. Some of y'all were, you felt sorry for this person. There's something about how this person presented to you in the beginning of your knowing them that made it seem like they were somebody that needed help or care, and being of a loving nature, or at least wanting to help others, feeling as though it's your duty as a human on this earth to help others. You dealt with this person in honesty. You dealt with this person from a place of wanting to help make things better for them. And in so doing, whatever was going on with them tied you up in such a way that it had an adverse effect on your life. For some of you, this person actually was struggling with addiction, though you did not know it. You did not know the signs for that. And if it's a work acquaintance that's come to mind for you with this, it's that they seemed to need your help. Or maybe for some of y'all, you assumed they needed your help. Maybe because they were new, but they didn't actually outright ask for it. And then when you gave the help and they took all the credit, or possibly got a promotion that you wanted, or maybe not even a formal promotion, but just a elevation in the esteem of the group, and added responsibilities, added praise that you did not get, even though you helped them tremendously. That this has affected your foundation and your sense of security. The sense of security is definitely rocked by the association with this person who either actually did need help. And actually, I'm getting for all of y'all, they didn't actually need help. What I'm getting is that some of you projected that they needed help and swooped in to save the day. And for some of you, what I mean by they didn't need help is, yeah, they were in a state of need or duress. But this was ordained by life for them to begin to handle their own shit. And people like that oftentimes don't do it unless they absolutely have to. But because they came across you and you have such a loving heart, you help them in a way that ultimately did harm to you, has done harm to you in your sense of security. And for some of you, thrown you directly into survival mode. And for others of you, as I said earlier, you even lost your home. And then if it's the work situation, you are now contemplating needing to change your job because of how you feel you are seen at this point. So definitely forgetting your own power. And your own definitely creative strength. I'm getting that your spirituality and your creativity are connected, and that in focusing on this person and trying to help them, you lost your connection to whatever your spiritual practice is, or the spiritual personalities that you tend to connect with that help you be in alignment, help you feel balanced. And it is definitely called on for you to remember your place. Remember your place. I'm getting get back on your throne. Get back on your throne. I'm also getting to tell you that you don't have to feel as though you have to close your heart to others now because of this situation. That your compassion is definitely a strength. I'm getting that you can, unlike there's another group in here that got a clear message that they needed to sever their ties with the troublesome person in their scenario. With you guys, it's not that. I'm getting that you definitely can resolve this without having to cut this person off. You just have to change your dynamic for dealing with them. And you also have to stop seeing yourself as being able to help or save them in any way. Because in some of your cases, you don't need to. They don't actually need that. Or it is time for them to grow up on their own. And for others of you, stop doing it because this is a person who is so toxic that all it's ever going to do is continue to draw you down. Pull you down. Okay, we're pulling down from the Water Alchemy Oracle to get a sense of what practices, habits, what can help you. Okay, yeah, what just came through as I was shuffling, getting back to this dynamic here. I'm getting that for some of you, this is a recurring theme. This is a recurring pattern. For some of you, it's with this person, but I'm getting that for the majority of you, it's not necessarily a recurring pattern with this one particular person, but you have found yourself in this kind of scenario over and over again with different people. So you know that saying, same shit, different day? Back when I used to date the worst kinds of people possible, I used to say, same shit, different guy, you know? And basically what was happening is I hadn't dealt with the things I needed to deal with internally to be able to choose a different kind of partner, a better kind of partner for me. And so I kept having the same relationship over and over, even though the actual person changed. And so I'm getting that for some of you, it's a similar scenario. This dynamic of being a person who is quite capable, quite powerful, even magical in your ability to handle life, and tying yourself to these individuals that are not that, and finding yourself in these scenarios where they are sucking your damn life's blood from you, or even just outright ghosting you or moving on without proper appreciation or thanks for what you've done. But definitely having it unseat you in some way and screw with your security. And it's time for that to stop. Stop that pattern. Okay, Water Alchemy Oracle. What have we here? We have Crystal, and we have Evaporation. Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like these things definitely go together, even though they almost look like they're complete opposites, right? Here you have a cold, clearly cold environment. And then here you have a clearly hot environment. So the guidance coming from you guys for you guys, is around letting go of this sense of obligation to others. You might be, and this is not guidance that typically comes through. Let me say that better. Usually what we like to tell people is you should help other people. You should, be there for people. Use your strengths for the benefit of others. Blah, 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 blah. And what I'm getting for you guys is maybe not. I'm getting that for you guys, maybe what's called for is to not be that person. For some of you, you've been that person so much, and you're getting to the point where it has bit you in the ass or burned you so many times that if you are not careful, your ability to have compassion for others is at risk. That you might need to be that person who gives from afar. So rather than helping this derelict or destitute person that comes across your path as you're walking down the street, or walks into your workplace, or is a new member of your family because they married someone in your family or something, like whatever the thing is, rather than doing that, your giving may need to be more distant, like sending checks to the ASPCA, or volunteering at organizations in a level where you're not in direct contact with the people who need the help. That way you can still be operating from the overflow of love that's in your heart, but not get tied up in it or have it negatively affect your existence. This crystal energy represents freezing the behavior you've been doing, stopping it. And this evaporation card speaks to letting it fly away, letting it float away, disintegrate, evaporate. I was trying to come up with a synonym for evaporate, but there isn't one. Just let it be done. Let it be over. Let that habit, that behavior be done. Let that kind of person, and the one in particular that you've been dealing with, let them just cease to exist anymore. That is not for you anymore. And you will stop finding yourself with an out of whack root chakra, because you'll stop getting pulled asunder or thrown into trying to fix things that feel, some of you, I'm getting that a lot of what you've had to deal with has been, or at least felt like it was life or death, because of the amount of drama the people that you would try to help would bring into your life. And it is time for that to end, so that you can have that compassion available for yourself and for those who deserve it. And when you get to, for some of you, you might be able to get to a point where you learn how to be discerning and balance that out, and then you can go back to giving one-on-one to individuals. You'll be able to suss out who it is you should do that with. But for others of you, I'm getting that you're so sensitive and so kind and so compassionate that you will always be able to project the idea of helping someone, carrying someone, even if there are alarm bells ringing inside of your head going, no, no, it's the same person again. And there's something in your heart, or maybe if you're female in that womb space that goes, oh, but I have to take care of them. You know, if you are highly sensitive or empathic in nature, this is you. And it may need to be that you have a less hands-on approach to the help that you give to others. That's what I'm getting for you guys. And for some of you, taking a time out from helping others, period. For sure. All right, group 3, this is what I have for you today. Don't forget to go back to your comment and type a reply to the comment that you originally wrote, letting me know what came up in your messages today that confirmed what you already suspected, or was, brand new information for you. And you're like, what? Shon, what? How do you do that? Yeah, that aligns for me. Okay, I don't know why. I was going to keep going too. Anyway, and if you happened to enjoy this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so YouTube can know, to let other people know how to connect with us and be a part of what we are doing here on the Shon.vibes YouTube channel. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.